Alhamdulillah. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful, peace and blessings be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. My beloved brothers and sisters, have you ever found yourself lying awake at night? Your mind is completely consumed by the thought of one specific person. You try to close your eyes, you try to force yourself to sleep, but their face keeps appearing in your mind. You wonder why your heart feels so tied to them. You ask yourself why you cannot simply let go and move on. You go through your day feeling completely distracted. Every small thing reminds you of them. A certain smell or a specific word brings all the memories rushing back. This is a feeling that so many of us experience. It is a deep and overwhelming heaviness in the chest. You might feel confused. You might feel lost. You might even feel a little bit broken. You start to question your own strength. You wonder why you cannot just switch off your thoughts. But my brothers and sisters, there is a beautiful and profound truth hidden in this struggle. Your heart is a delicate thing. It is capable of immense love and deep attachment. When we cannot stop thinking about someone, it often means our heart has formed a spiritual bond. Sometimes this bond brings us joy. Other times it brings us pain and sleepless nights. But we must understand something very crucial about the heart. We do not control our own hearts. You cannot simply command your heart to stop loving someone. You cannot command it to forget a memory. The heart does not listen to logic. It does not listen to reason. It operates on a completely different level. This brings us to a very comforting realization in Islam. The hearts are not in our hands, they are in the hands of the Almighty. The Prophet Muhammad taught us a beautiful truth about this. He explained that the hearts of the children of Adam are as one between the two fingers of the Merciful, and He turns them whichever way He pleases. Just think about that for a moment. The very heart that is aching inside your chest right now is held by Allah. He knows every beat, He knows every silent tear you cry. The obsession you feel is a sign. It is a sign that your heart is seeking connection. But perhaps it is seeking it in the wrong place. Sometimes Allah allows us to become attached to someone. He does this to teach us a lesson. He allows our hearts to break so that they can be opened. When you cannot stop thinking about that person, your mind is stuck in a loop. You are giving that person the attention that truly belongs to your Creator. The Almighty wants you to turn back to Him. He wants you to realize that no human being can ever complete you. Only Allah can bring true peace to a restless mind. The pain of attachment is a gentle reminder. It reminds us that everything in this world is temporary. People will come into your life. People will leave your life. But Allah remains forever. The Quran reminds us of who holds the power of connection. It says that if you had spent all that is in the earth, you could not have brought their hearts together, but Allah brought them together. This verse reminds us that true love and connection are gifts from the Almighty. If He wants two hearts to connect, He will make it happen. If He removes someone from your mind, it is for your own protection. You must trust His wisdom. When you find yourself constantly thinking of this person, use that moment. Do not let it drive you to despair. Let it drive you to prayer. Say a simple prayer for them. Then ask Allah to grant you peace. Ask Him to heal your heart. Ask Him to replace your anxiety with contentment. You will soon realize that the peace you were looking for in that person was actually with Allah all along. Your heart will find its rest. It just needs to be redirected to its true source. You are never alone in this feeling. The healing process begins the moment you surrender. My beloved brothers and sisters, have you ever stopped to ask yourself if this attachment is actually a hidden test? We often think of tests as hardships, like losing a job or falling ill. But sometimes the greatest test comes wrapped in the form of a person. You find yourself completely captivated by someone. You want them in your life so desperately. You plan your future around them. You imagine a beautiful life together. But then things do not work out the way you wanted. The door closes, the connection fades, or the circumstances make it impossible. This is when the mind goes into overdrive. You start analyzing every conversation. You wonder what you did wrong. You think about what you could have done differently. You replay the past again and again. This constant thinking is a trap. It keeps you locked in a state of anxiety. It steals your focus from the present moment. It makes you blind to the blessings right in front of you. My dear brothers and sisters, we must learn to trust the timing of the Almighty. We must understand the beautiful concept of divine decree. When you truly internalize this concept, your heart will find an incredible sense of relief. You will stop fighting against reality. You will stop trying to force things that are not meant to be. The Prophet Muhammad left us with a profound piece of wisdom regarding this matter. He taught us that what has reached you was never meant to miss you, and what has missed you was never meant to reach you. Read those words again in your mind. Let them sink deep into your soul. If that person was truly meant for you, no force on earth could have kept them away. The universe itself would have moved to bring you together. But if they were not written for your destiny, no amount of overthinking will change that reality. No amount of sleepless nights will bring them closer. Allah writes our stories with perfect wisdom. We only see a small fraction of the picture. We see our immediate desires. We see what we want right now in this very moment. But Allah sees the beginning and the end. He knows how this person will affect your faith. He knows how they will impact your future. He knows if they will bring you closer to Him or pull you further away. This is why we must surrender our desires to His perfect knowledge. The Quran gives us a comforting perspective on our unmet desires. It reminds us that perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you, and Allah knows while you know not. You might think that losing this person is the worst thing that could happen to you. You might cry over their absence, but Allah might be protecting you from a future filled with sorrow. He might be clearing the path for someone much better, someone who will bring you closer to paradise, someone who will love you for the sake of the Almighty. So do not waste your precious energy overthinking. Do not let someone who is not meant for you occupy your sacred mental space. Gently remind your heart that Allah is in control. Let go of the illusion that you could have changed the outcome. Breathe deeply and accept His decree. This acceptance is the first step toward true healing. My beloved brothers and sisters, let us look deeply into the state of your own heart. When a human being becomes the center of your universe, something dangerous happens. You start to lose your own identity. You begin to base your happiness entirely on their actions. If they speak to you, you feel happy. If they ignore you, your entire day is ruined. This emotional roller coaster is exhausting. It drains your energy. It removes the spiritual light from your face. It takes away the sweetness of your daily prayers. You stand on your prayer mat, but your mind is somewhere else. You are physically bowing to the Almighty, but your heart is bowing to the memory of that person. This is why you feel so empty inside. You have placed a creation in the spot that was reserved entirely for the Creator. The human heart was not designed to hold a person as its ultimate source of comfort. The heart is a sacred vessel. It is meant to be filled with the light of Allah. No human being can carry the weight of being your everything. It is unfair to them and it is destructive to you. The Prophet Muhammad taught us something vital about our inner state. He stated that there is a piece of flesh in the body. If it is sound, the whole body is sound. If it is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt. And truly it is the heart. This beautiful guidance shows us where our focus must be. If your heart is corrupted by an unhealthy obsession, everything else in your life will suffer. Your sleep will suffer. Your relationships with your family will suffer. Your physical health will begin to decline. You will walk around carrying a heavy burden, but you have the power to purify that vessel. You have the ability to clean out the attachment. It requires immense effort. It requires a conscious decision to shift your focus. You must gently train your mind to stop feeding the obsession. Every time you catch yourself thinking about them, you must immediately change the channel in your mind. Do not dwell on the thoughts. Do not invite the memories to stay. Reject the whispers that tell you to constantly check their profile. Protect your eyes and your mind. Instead, replace those thoughts with the remembrance of your Maker. The Almighty has given us the perfect remedy for a distressed mind. He gave us His beautiful names. He gave us words of pure praise. He gave us His holy book. The Quran contains a promise that is guaranteed to cure your pain. It states that verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. This is not just a poetic statement. It is a divine reality. When you utter the name of Allah with utter sincerity, a physical change happens inside your chest. The deep anxiety begins to melt away. The tightness in your chest loosens. The racing thoughts begin to slow down. You start to feel a gentle breeze of tranquility. The more you remember Allah, the less you will remember that person. It is a very simple but powerful equation. Two conflicting forces cannot occupy the same space in your heart at the exact same time. You must push out the dark obsession with the bright light of divine remembrance. Start with very small steps. You do not need to make massive changes overnight. Just begin by dedicating a few quiet moments each day to silent prayer. Talk to Allah like you would talk to a close friend. Tell Him about your intense struggle. Confide in Him about how hard it is to stop thinking about this specific person. Be completely honest and vulnerable with Him. He already knows your hidden pain, but He wants to hear it directly from you. He wants you to ask for His divine help. When you rely completely on Him, He will never let you down. He will gently remove the love of that person from your heart. He will fill the empty space with a pure love that will never fade. He will give you a sense of completeness that you have never felt before. You will finally be free from the chains of this painful attachment. My beloved brothers and sisters, let us take a moment to reflect on the nature of our memories. We have a habit of idealizing the people we miss. We build a perfect image of them in our minds. We forget their flaws. We forget the moments they hurt us. We only remember the good times. We replay the sweet conversations over and over again. This creates a dangerous illusion. You are no longer missing the actual person. You are missing a fantasy that your mind has created. You are holding on to a version of them that simply does not exist. This is a very common trick of the human mind. It keeps you completely trapped in the past. It prevents you from seeing the reality of the present moment. My brothers and sisters, you must bring yourself back to reality. You must remind yourself of why things ended. You must acknowledge the pain they caused. This is not about building hatred in your heart. It is about building healthy boundaries. It is about protecting your own peace of mind. Islam teaches us to be realistic and grounded. We are taught to look at the world with clear eyes. We must not let our emotions completely blind our judgment. We must learn the beautiful art of letting go. Letting go does not mean you have to forget the person completely. That is impossible. Letting go means you no longer allow their memory to control your life. You take back the steering wheel. You place your trust entirely in the Creator. The Prophet Muhammad gave us beautiful advice about living in this temporary world. He taught us to be in this world as if we were a stranger or a traveler passing through. A traveler does not become permanently attached to a resting stop. A traveler enjoys the shade of a tree and then moves on. We must treat the people in our lives with this exact same understanding. Some people are only meant to be a chapter in your story. They are not meant to be the entire book. When their chapter ends, you must find the courage to turn the page. Do not stay stuck, rereading the exact same chapter. There is so much more to your beautiful story. The Almighty has prepared an incredible future for you. But you cannot reach that future if your hands are still gripping the past. You have to open your hands. You have to release the tight grip you have on this person. It will hurt at first. It will feel very uncomfortable. But this temporary pain will lead to permanent peace. When you feel overwhelmed by the memories, remember the beautiful reassurance from the Almighty. The Quran brings immense comfort to a grieving heart. It tells us that your Lord has not taken leave of you, nor has He detested you. This beautiful verse was revealed to the Prophet when he felt abandoned. It is a timeless message for every broken heart today. Allah has not forgotten you. He has not left you alone in your deep sadness. He sees your quiet struggles in the middle of the night. He is preparing a beautiful compensation for your patience. Every single tear you shed is recorded. Every moment of patience elevates your status. You must replace your obsession with absolute hope. You must wake up every morning with a renewed sense of purpose. Focus on building yourself. Focus on becoming a better version of who you were yesterday. Read new books. Learn new skills. Connect deeply with your family. Help those who are in need. When you busy yourself with good deeds, the obsessive thoughts will naturally fade away. You will find joy in the simple things again. You will finally realize that life is incredibly beautiful even without that person. My beloved brothers and sisters, as we reach the end of this reflection, I want you to look towards the future. You have spent enough time looking back. You have spent enough energy holding on to something that is already gone. Now is the time to rebuild. Now is the time to focus entirely on your healing. The process of moving on is not a straight line. You will have good days. You will have difficult days. There will be moments when the memory of that person hits you suddenly. That is completely normal. Do not be harsh on yourself when that happens. Just acknowledge the thought and gently let it pass. Do not invite it to stay. Do not sit and converse with the memory. You must be strict with your own mind. You must actively choose your own peace over and over again. Healing requires immense patience. It requires a deep trust in the plan of your Creator. He is the ultimate healer of broken hearts. He knows exactly what was taken from you. He knows exactly how much it hurt. He knows the empty void that was left behind. But He never takes something away without replacing it with something infinitely better. You must believe this with every fiber of your being. The Prophet Muhammad taught us a beautiful supplication for times of loss. He stated that no Muslim is afflicted with a calamity and says that we belong to Allah and to Him we will return, and then asks Allah to reward them and replace their loss with something better, except that Allah will give them a better replacement. This is a divine guarantee. When you surrender your loss to the Almighty, He takes charge of your future. He prepares a compensation that will amaze you. He will bring people into your life who will truly value you. He will bring connections that are built on a solid foundation of faith. You will look back at this painful chapter and smile. You will realize that losing that person was actually a massive blessing in disguise. It was the powerful catalyst that pushed you closer to Allah. It was the event that forced you to rediscover your own worth. You are worthy of a love that brings absolute peace. You are not meant for a connection that brings constant anxiety. You are worthy of a bond that elevates your soul. The Quran seals this beautiful promise with absolute certainty. It declares that if Allah knows any good in your hearts, He will give you something better than what was taken from you, and He will forgive you. This is the ultimate comfort for a restless mind. The Almighty is looking directly at the purity of your heart. He sees your sincere intentions. He is promising you a beautiful and perfect replacement. So lift your head up today. Wipe your tears away. Stop dwelling on the person who could not see your value. Start focusing on the Lord who created your immense value. Step forward into your future with a heart full of hope. The best days of your life are still ahead of you. May the Almighty grant your heart complete peace and beautiful patience. Before you leave, I want to ask you something from my heart. If even one sentence in this reminder made your heart closer to Allah, do not just scroll away. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and most importantly, send it to someone you love who is going through a difficult time. That small act of sharing could become your sadaqah jariyah, a charity that keeps rewarding you long after you are gone. Comment below and let me know, where are you listening from? I want to make dua for every single one of you tonight. May Allah protect all you from all evil eyes. Ameen. Ya Rabbal Alameen.